Hi, my name is Amanda and I'm an RN psychotherapist. And today we're going to talk about what it means to be triggered. So, when we're in childhood, in their teen years, and even sometimes trauma happens later in life, we create core beliefs about ourselves, about others, and even the world around us that affect the way we live in the world. It's kind of like putting on glasses that are shaded differently. So if you have a core belief that maybe you're not lovable, maybe you were abandoned or abused or neglected in some way, then when you view the world, when you see other people or situations that occur in your life, it's easy to feel like they are showing you that you're unlovable. The other thing that we do is we seek outside of ourselves to confirm that we are lovable because we don't truly believe it. And that's when we seek validation from others or attention, or if somebody else doesn't respond to us the way that we want, then we take that as an indication that we truly are unlovable. And so to be triggered means to have a strong emotional response to a situation. Now, the situation really could be neutral, or it could be someone else expressing their own call for love, their own pain. But regardless of what it is, when you have a core belief that you're unlovable, you will interpret it as an attack or validation that you are so. And the trigger looks like anger, sadness, anxiety. So, what do we do about these triggers? Well, the first thing is to become aware of them because we live our lives just so busy going and being, and it's really hard to even see that we're being triggered. So we take responsibility for being triggered. So one of the things I like to say is that if you're triggered, it's an indicator there's something for you to heal, right? There's something for you to learn. If someone else is triggered, that really is an indication that there's something for them to heal. So we take responsibility for our own healing, and we also we don't take responsibility for others' healing, although sometimes we can be helpful to help guide them towards understanding better the situation. So back to how to deal with it. So bringing self-awareness to when we're being triggered. So one of the best ways to do this is by being still. So some people call it meditation, some people call it contemplative prayer, but it's this idea of not engaging with the senses and kind of going into the internal world, like within, and looking at what you're feeling. So you're honoring, you're not resisting the feelings, you're just acknowledging them. And there's like an acceptance energy. So we're not getting mad at ourselves, we're getting mad, or we're not getting, feeling guilt because we got triggered. It's all good. Like it's all part of a process. So first thing is self-awareness by bringing observation to whatever we're experiencing. So once you've done that, then we're going to just give it love. So one of the things that we do in psychotherapy is we look at your trauma from your childhood so that you can see that it's completely reasonable and it should be expected that you have these struggles based on your experiences and that you are totally innocent. So that acknowledgement is what we use to help you to understand that you got nothing to feel bad about when it comes to being triggered. So keep going with my train of thought here. So once we realize we've been triggered and there's something for us to heal, then you go into giving yourself what you need. So like I said about the acknowledgement of this is trauma-based, you have this core belief within you that maybe you're not lovable, you're not enough. And then you need to give yourself what you need. Now, sometimes people find the answer in their spirituality. Sometimes they just are able to cultivate those feelings within themselves. There's different techniques you can use as well. There's things like mirror work, positive affirmations, guided meditations. Binaural beats can be really fun too, which is a time when you put two different, you can find on YouTube, but it's two different frequencies, one in each ear, and it'll help put you in a meditative state. And then you can have affirmations, or you can say your own affirmations to help you to really undo this thought that you're not lovable. But really the most important thing is to bring awareness to it without self-judgment. By doing that alone, will help you. And then going through your day and noticing when you're triggered without the judgment of yourself for being triggered. So that's kind of what we do in therapy, and it has amazing effects. Ultimately, the emotional intelligence that we're trying to develop in therapy is being able to understand, why we have the emotions we do and the behaviors we do. And then what we can do to change them by giving love to them. So one of the expressions that I heard years ago that really stuck with me, and I'm not even really sure where I heard it, but it's that, and I'm sure I'm not copyrighting anybody, but I'm pretty sure. If I do, let me know. But, and I've modified it a little bit myself, but there's really just two expressions that people have. People either express love or they express calls for love. And sometimes it's just neutral. So that's my little add-in. Sometimes it's just neutral. But ultimately, whether they're expressing love or a call for love, the only appropriate response to either is to give love. So when you see someone else that they've been triggered, the more self-awareness you have, the less likely that you will get triggered. But part of the process is seeing the innocence in them. By being healed and seeing the innocence in yourself, that opens the gateway to be able to see the innocence in others. As you see others, you will see yourself. As you see yourself, you will see others. So this mirroring effect happens in psychology as well, where our internal world is seen outside of us and the outside world is seen within us, or how we perceive the outside world is seen within us. So those are kind of the basics of some of the psychology that we work in when we do psychotherapy. We use a cognitive model where we look at different dynamics, including this. So we look at the situation and then the thoughts, the feelings, the behaviors, and the physical sensations that happen based on our interpretation of the situation. But there's an interpretation that occurs. And this is what's vital, because all the meaning everything has is the meaning that you've given it. And you can change that meaning. You can change that interpretation. And then that whole cascade of emotion and feelings and thoughts and behaviors and physical sensation can completely change with a change in your perception and a healed perception. So if you're looking for therapy, I am working and I'm taking clients. And my name's Amanda. And you can find me on my website at amandaheinleyrn.ca. And I wish you peace.